Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. B from Steps to the Future, coming to you with another college and career conversations. Thank you so much for those of you that are going to join in. Please make sure that if you join in, that you join in the conversation. We'd love to have people who engage with us and talk with us and ask questions about what we're doing. One of the things I do want to remind you of is to make sure that you share this out with other people. And if you don't get a chance to watch it live, please make sure when you watch it on the replay that you let us know, and you can still ask questions on the replay. So without further ado, I'm going to read an introduction to tonight's guest so that you will have this information. I am really thrilled to have this young woman with us this evening. I had the pleasure of meeting her through a networking group that I used to belong to in Fayetteville. So I had the opportunity to see her in professional settings all the time, and she's really a remarkable woman. So without further ado, let me give you her brief bio. So this evening we have with us Miss Aurora Crowell, who is a bilingual marketing specialist. Ms. Crowell grew up in Lima, Peru, where she studied international business and received an associate's degree. Then she came to the United States 25 years ago, went to college, and earned an associate's degree in early childhood education and a bachelor's degree in Spanish. Mrs. Crowell has also taken several courses in marketing, hence her marketing experience. Currently, she works as the marketing director for the Fascinate-U Children's Museum and recently started a bilingual marketing service to help business owners reach out to more clients around the world in more than one language. So, after this brief interlude where you can run out and make sure you have your drink, your water, your coffee, your tea, or whatever. When we come back, we will have a conversation with Aurora Crowell. So hang on, folks. Hello, good evening, Aurora. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Belinda. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you are so welcome. So before we begin, I am so excited because I think you're the first person I know who was born in Peru. So I love that about you. So tell me a little bit about your life growing up in Peru.
Oh, okay. Well, Peru, let me tell you, is a beautiful country that hopefully you can visit one day after this old COVID thing is over. It's a beautiful country, and I had a very great childhood, and I went to a private school. It's very common in my country to go to private school. Here, not much. And I have three siblings. Well, I had great parents, great role models. So since I was young, my mom always told me, you know what, I think you might enjoy studying international business. So when I finished college, I mean, not college, but school, I that's what I did, and I really enjoyed that. Study that. So I always liked the marketing. That was obviously part of the curriculum for international business, but it was always something that fascinated me because I had the opportunity to connect with other people from all over my country, and also with the potential to connect with other people from around the world. So that was a vision that I had early on.
Okay, that's great. So tell me, so from Peru to Fayetteville, how did that happen?
Well, it happened that I met my ex-husband actually over 25 years ago, and I just came to visit him, and we got married, and we have two beautiful children. But then, well, things didn't go so well, so we kind of went up different ways, but we still remain very good friends. Actually, he's the best ex-husband I ever seen. He's amazing. He's amazing. Really, really great person and great father. And also, I get along very well with his wife, and that's not very usual.
Right.
People get divorced that they don't get along, but everything is great. And my husband now, he gets on very well with my ex-husband, so
Okay.
it worked out.
That's great. That's great. So tell us about your work at Fascinate-U. Well, first, let me back up a little bit. Before you worked at Fascinate-U, did you have other positions here in the Fayetteville area?
You know what? Okay, so when I just came to the United States, I was not really speaking too much English. I was pretty
Okay.
much like zero, almost zero. I knew a little bit, but not so much to communicate. So I started going to the ESL classes with Fayetteville Technical Community College. A
Okay.
great place to start. All the newcomers should go to, well, it's the only place to start actually. So it's a great place to start for English as second language. That's where I started. I went there for 6 months, and after 6 months of trying to mingle with only non-Spanish speakers, because sometimes when they get in those classes, the people still get into their little clusters, the little groups of only Hispanics, only Koreans, only other people, right? So,
Right.
so I always try to talk to people that didn't speak my language because I really wanted to learn. I really wanted to learn. So in 6 months, I told the teacher, um, I'm just ready to go. And the teacher said, I don't think you're ready yet. But I say, well, if I don't make it, I'll be back. But I never went back.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. I love the advice that you give that, when you first came to this country, you found the place in order to help you learn the language. And for people that aren't familiar with Fayetteville Technical Community College, it has some great programs. But for anyone, regardless of where you are in the United States, check out your community college system because they always have something available for students in all kinds of walks of life. So that is definitely something that you should check out. I see we have a couple of people that have joined us. In case you came in, missed it at the beginning, we have with us Aurora Crowell, who is a bilingual marketing specialist, and she's telling us a little bit about her story. So if you have any questions for Aurora, please make sure you put them in the comments section because we would love to hear from you and we would love for you to engage in the conversation. So after you finished with your classes at Fayetteville Tech and felt comfortable moving out into the job market, so what did you do then?
Okay, so I finished. So I finished learning English as a second language, but I started to take classes for regular English speaking people.
Mm-hmm.
Starting from the lowest grade, English 70, 80, 90, all the way to college level. But that's an advice that I will give to anybody who want to learn the language correctly, to start from zero, because that really builds up on your skills. So after that, then so I study early childhood education because here there's not much opportunity for somebody with a degree in international business.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Fayetteville. So, um, so, so that's what I did. So I studied early childhood education, and so after that I studied Spanish. I got a degree in Spanish too, because I wanted to be a bilingual teacher. Bilingual,
Right.
yes. So things I could do something else at that time. So my first job was in daycares. My first couple of jobs was with daycares. Yes, it was with Smart Star for a little bit, and then it was a couple more daycares close to my house. And after that, I started working with a museum. It was over 20 years ago. It's a long time with the museum. So the museum is part of my heart. I think I'm always going to be there. Oh, forever.
I know because so now I've been in Fayetteville a little over 10 years. So that's all I know is that you're the marketing specialist for Fascinate-U. So I guess it's working out. We have a viewer that joined us, Debbie Franklin. Deborah, thank you so much for joining us. She said hello. And we do appreciate you coming on, Deborah. And if you have any questions for Ms. Crowell, please make sure you let us know. And we're glad that you could join us this evening. So Aurora, tell me what is it that they have you do? What is it that you do as a marketing specialist for a children's museum?
Okay, so first, I have the best boss I can ever ask for. My boss is amazing. Susan Daniels, if you see this, you're seeing this either today or later. She's the best. She is amazing. So she believes in just give you freedom to do what you know to do best. So I think that's just good. So what I do with the marketing, so I work with the social media. I just do all the graphics, and I make sure that the museum is ranking well on Google. I do the search engine optimization. I answer to people that write through the different social media platforms. I try to be creative and come up with new ideas to keep people engaged on social media. We use a little bit more Facebook, but I think I'm gonna start using a little bit more Instagram, because everybody's using Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start a little bit more on that. I do use Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, but so I mean, we have all social media platforms. The only thing we haven't not tried yet is YouTube, and I don't know. We might try in the future.
Yeah, you might do that in the future. I could see you doing. When I think of some of the events that are held at Fascinate-U, I could see where YouTube might be a good platform. You know, short videos where if you were doing like maybe some promotional work and you just wanted to show what was in the museum. And some of the activities that are available to students. I know I haven't, well, of course it's been, because of COVID, but I remember when I first moved here, I took some of my young friends. We used to go hang out at the museum. And one of the things they used to love was that dentist exhibit where they brush their teeth. For some reason, they love that. They absolutely love that. So
It's a fun place.
It is. It's a happy place. It's kids are always so engaged when they're in there. So what do you find to be the most challenging part of your job?
Well, with the museum particularly, I mean, it is just to find new ideas to implement, and I mean, it's not so hard. I mean, it's easy to me. I mean, I just do it all the time, so it's not really a challenge. But where I find a real challenge, like besides the museum, because I do the marketing remotely, so I'm not in the museum. Do everything from house. But a challenge for me is to find the right business partners, the right team when it comes to do the other marketing I'm doing. It's not just the museum. Sorry. Okay. So so I do marketing for other companies. So it was a challenge. It was a challenge to find the right people. Yeah, that is. I think that's the main challenge for all entrepreneurs. It's just to find the right team. And the worst mistake that entrepreneur can do is to think that they can do it all. There's no way you can do everything by yourself. If you want to scale your business.
Right.
If I want to do little, okay, yes, I can do it myself. But if I want to grow, I need a team. And to find the right team is not easy. But I've been lucky with this pandemic. I think it was a blessing for me because I had the time to rethink what I was doing, because I was kind of like static for a while. But I didn't want to be studying with the pandemic. Somehow I wanted to do more than just be sitting and watching Netflix.
Right.
I just decided that I was going to learn and absorb as much knowledge as I could. I was working from home. Thank God I was able to work from home. And so with the extra time that I had from not commuting to the job, the other
Mhm.
job I had, um, so I was able to take another class, marketing class that was really really great class, and I met great people in that class. I don't know
Okay.
if I can say the name of the class.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, so it's in Spanish. It's for all the Spanish entrepreneurs. If anybody in the future listen to this, if they're bilingual, so it's called Exponential Marketing, and it's by Jürgen Klarich. Is he's called like the Steve Jobs of Latinos?
Okay.
Yes, so he's very, very well known in Latin America, and he had this great class. Exponential marketing combines the regular old-fashioned marketing with
Mhm.
the new marketing that is online. So
Okay.
it combines those two, and it really brings up everything there is about marketing. It's a complete class, and I will advise anybody to take it. It's not so cheap, but it's not so expensive neither. And I think it's important that if you want to move
Right.
forward, you need to invest on yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
That. Oh.
education is extremely important. You need to invest in yourself, and not just invest in yourself with money. I think you should also invest your time in yourself, or invest your time wisely. Because a lot of people, I see a lot of friends and a lot of people in general just watching Netflix and all day and just not doing anything productive. I'm saying, but I think yes, you need to dedicate some time to learn. Always try to
Mm.
learn more. And so that's what I did. And I met this wonderful group of people. And there's entrepreneurs from all over the world. Some of them are in Europe, some of them are in Mexico and Latin America. And they're all from all over the world, literally.
Okay.
And so we were studying, well, still, we still meet once a week. So I have three different groups. So I meet once a week. Three different study groups. A group with Mexico, another group with Peru, and another group with the United States. So it's three different groups. And
Okay.
we meet um, every week. We meet and we study all that we're learning online. So, and that's where I found my business partners. I have two business partners that are from Peru, and they're doing a fantastic job. And we've been blessed with clients, and so believe it or not, during this pandemic, I doubled my income. So I think, like I said, it was a blessing for me.
Wow.
It's,
Wow. I'm impressed. I love what you said about investing in yourself. And with that, with you saying that, actually, Deborah had another comment where she's saying that she applauds you obtaining your credentials. You know, it's crazy when you're trying to get papers and credentials in your own language, but we do what we need to do. And then she said, learn YouTube because videos do work.
absolutely. I love what Deborah is saying because I am all day listening YouTube to my favorite marketing gurus, and
Yes.
I learned so much and I apply and it works. Some of the stuff that I don't know, some people say, oh no, that doesn't work, or I don't know, you're wasting your time watching this. A lot of my friends were like, oh, why are you watching that stuff? Even my husband would say, why are you watching that? Anyway, I'm like, you know what, I'm learning. So, and like I said, seriously, I apply a lot of things that I learned just from watching YouTube videos from
Right.
my favorite marketing gurus, and I apply and it works and I'm making money. Like I said, so so this year I'm projected to finally do like a 6-figure income. So
Yes. Yes.
yes, yes, just investing in myself. So
Right.
it's like,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that this will not be possible if I don't have the right business partners. So so
Yes.
so it's a great team. So I'm really happy.
I am so thrilled to hear that because you're giving so much great information for people who are thinking about going into entrepreneurship. And for young people, I think entrepreneurship is one of those things that it's almost like they're going to have to do that because our job market has just changed so much. So, it's about learning skills, and then how can I take those skills and find out what it is that people need out in the world, and how can I now turn that into a business where I'm working for myself, or maybe it's my side hustle at first, and then I keep working on it and invest in yourself like you said, and then the next thing that becomes your main source of income. So
Yeah.
that was really good. So tell me about so I know you do the marketing for Fascinate-U, but you mentioned your other businesses. So tell us some of the organizations, the companies. You don't have to necessarily name them, but what type of marketing work do you do for those companies?
So basically, we're doing anything and everything. We're going
Okay.
from zero. So because a lot of these entrepreneurs that they were joining this class, they just have the idea and a little bit of income, I think. So we do the logos, we do the marketing plan, we do the I mean, everything is the branding. We will do the search engine optimization. We do their websites, and we make sure that everything is optimized. And the new thing, we do the right copywriting for which is the content for the website, which is one of the most important things for a website. I mean, you can have a very nice looking website, but if you don't have the right content that is appealing and is convincing people that your product is the best product, then it's kind of like a waste of money if you don't have the right words, how to attract the customers. And we do sell funnels, and I mean, we just do everything there is and more. It's a long list of things that we do.
So within your company, within your partnerships, do each of the partners specialize in a particular area, or do you all work on the same types of things?
No, if each partner has an area. For example, I do everything that is related to Google and optimization, and making sure that your business is in the first page of Google when you are looking for a product. So, and then the other people does the websites. Everybody has an idea of how to do it, though. Everybody, we know everybody's expertise. So I know how to manage a website, how to create one. But everybody has an area. So the other two do the logos, and the other person does a little bit of SEO and keywords and all those things that go behind a website. And also we do the sell funnels. I mean, we work together very well. The three of us.
That's fantastic. For those people that might just be joining in, we are here this evening with Aurora Crowell, who is a bilingual marketing specialist. I was going to say her main place of employment is Fascinate-U Children's Museum, but Aurora also has a successful second business where she's using her skills with her team as a marketing specialist. So for those of you who may be looking for a marketing specialist, especially a bilingual marketing specialist, I definitely would encourage you to get in touch with Aurora. You hear what she's doing now, and it sounds great. This is one way you can contact her, through her Facebook page, Bilingual Networks. And I'll give you some more information. So I know earlier Aurora mentioned the class that she took. after we get through talking, I will get that information from Aurora, and I will make sure that's in the show notes so that anybody out there that is interested in at least researching to see if that's something they might want to sign up for, or see if that works for them, you'll have that information. So that will be in the show notes, and the show notes usually go up within 24 to 48 hours after the original broadcast. So be looking for that, folks. So Aurora, tell me, what do you do? What do you do in your spare time? Do you have spare time?
No, I don't have a spare time. What is that? Well, no. So I decided that I'm gonna have the Sunday off.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna. Uh, but the thing is, okay. So one of my friends from elementary school, she passed away, and it was sudden. And one of the things she always told her family was that you always have to find enough time, or same amount of time to take care of your job, but also your family. And so I was like, that really made me think about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not spending as much time as I should with my husband and my children. So a couple of weeks ago, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna have the weekend off, or Saturday, a little bit part of Saturday, and then Sundays. I'm not gonna do anything on Sundays. It felt weird the first time
Yes.
because I'm a little workaholic. But it's yeah. Everybody has to find a balance. You have to find a balance in your life. You cannot just do one thing or the other. You have to take care of everything.
That is so true. I just recently, well, not maybe just recently, maybe I've been doing it a couple of months now, but I realized, because working at home, because I used to have my office downtown, you know where that was. And then once the pandemic hit and we weren't meeting in person, I said, okay, there's no reason for me to have an office outside of the house. So, I'm home, which is okay. I've adjusted to it. But what I found is that I lost my boundaries between home life and work life, because I was working at home, I was living at work. So, because it was the same place. So I too recently just decided, so I don't, my calendar, people cannot make appointments with me on a Friday or on a Sunday, because I found that during the week, okay, sometimes I have to go to the grocery store, or I have a doctor's appointment or something. And rather than juggle and say, oh, I need to hurry up and get home because I've got this appointment, I just said, okay, these days are clear that people cannot make appointments. And Sundays, I just, like this Sunday, I had the opportunity. I was out, planting some strawberries and some cherry tomatoes. And I said, okay, I didn't want to wait till the whole spring and summer were gone, and I haven't done anything out in the yard. So I applaud you for doing that. And you definitely are inspiring me to make sure that I keep doing it. We'll have to hold each other accountable to make sure. If I go online and I say, oh, look at Aurora, she's online doing work, then I'll have to fuss at you about it. I'll have to fuss at you about it. So tell me, what else? Do you have any new projects? I mean, with all the stuff you're doing already, but do you have any new projects coming up?
Okay, so my plan, like I said, my plan changed because I for the last 2 years, besides working in the museum, I was a Spanish instructor for Brad.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey.
One of the best experiences of my life. Let me tell you, if anybody wants to be a Spanish instructor, it takes a lot of encouragement. It was amazing. I loved it so much. I enjoyed so much teaching Spanish to the troops. I'm okay. I love the museum, but this was just so rewarding. Okay. I felt like I was really patriotic and doing my part. So it was just great, and it was amazing to see those students going from zero Spanish to full like proficiency in only 6 months.
Wow.
6 months, and they were speaking Spanish, talking about the weather, what are their plans for Christmas, and what they did when they were little.
Okay.
So 6 months. So I'm just saying that to prove that if you really, really, really want to do it, you can accomplish it. So for anybody who's thinking about learning Spanish, it's never too late.
Yep.
Yes, anybody can learn. And also for my Hispanic community, I will tell them, please, please learn the learn English. You need to learn the language of the country where you're living at. If it's your country, you're gonna stay here. They need to learn the language. So and learn it as soon as possible, because um, I mean you have more doors open to you when you're bilingual.
Right.
And if you're living in the country, you have to talk, you have to speak Spanish. I mean, English. Yes, a lot of people that they're just waiting. Okay, so I need a translator, and they're just waiting for the help. But I say, don't wait for anything. Do it
Mhm.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did find when I was teaching back in Rhode Island, actually when I was a school counselor then, so part of my caseload is I had the students that were second language learners, so they would be on my caseload. And one of the things I remember some of the students used to be concerned about were days when they maybe had to miss school because they had to help their parents with business out at the bank or somewhere else because their parents didn't speak English. And so they had to serve as the interpreter. And they would say, I wish they would learn the language so that it wouldn't be so much on me to have to help them navigate. But again, I would love to be able to speak a second language. I'm always like perplexed at the United States being one of the most, powerful countries, but we're filled with, I mean, we don't focus on having our folks be bilingual. I mean, a lot of public schools do not start a second language for students until the like middle school, sometimes at the earliest, and then high school, when all the research shows that the earlier you start a student on a second language, the better, the faster they learn it and the more that they retain it and they're able to think in that second language. So I'm a big proponent of people learning another language, and I just wish it would start in elementary school or even earlier, start it in preschool. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Yes, that would be great if more schools were doing that. We have a couple of schools here in Fayetteville that have a bilingual immersion program, and they have one in Hope County, and I was working with that bilingual immersion program for a year. Okay. But yeah, there is. So if people is interested, you just need to do the research and just get to it.
Right. So one of the other things when you were talking about teaching at Fort Bragg, your whole face just like lit up. I mean, it lights up anyway, but you really lit up when you were talking about that. And one of the things that I think it's so important for people to understand is that all the skills we have are transferable to other areas. So you didn't go to school to be a Spanish instructor, but it worked out because you had the ability and the skill and the talent and the confidence to do the work.
Patience.
Yes, and the patience, yes. But see, you took all of that and transferred it into another marketable skill. So I think that's one of the things I hope people take away from this, because you've already said some really great things about investing in yourself, finding that work-life balance. But again, taking what you have and making it work for you, transferring it to other areas of your life. And you've done so much of that. So I definitely applaud you for that, because now I'm sitting here saying, feeling like a slacker because you're just doing so much and you're just doing it so well.
Well, the best advice I got from my best friend, when I just came to the States, she said, you need to learn English, but most importantly, you're going to go to college and get a 4-year degree as soon as possible. And I honestly, I didn't think I was going to be able to get a 4-year degree. I thought I was done with the 2-year degree, with the associate degree. But she told me, no, you're going to college, you're gonna do it, and I did it.
Yeah.
so so basically, yes. I mean, there's, I mean, like you said, I wasn't planning to be a Spanish instructor,
Right.
the US Army, but I got that degree, and it helped me with different um, settings. So it was just great. Yes. So
That's fantastic.
I would encourage everybody to go to college and get a degree in their passion.
Yes. You hear that, folks? Get a degree. Now, I know some people will say, well, not everybody's college material, but students that are in high school, you need to have a plan. You can't just graduate from high school and hope you fall into something. So have a plan. So Aurora, I'm going to like just switch it a little bit because I know that you had this wonderful side hustle, and I don't know if you're still doing it, but this was one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite necklaces
Oh, that just surprised me.
that you made. And I just said, I said, I have to show this off to people. So for folks that can see this beautiful,
Wow.
beautiful
I
necklace.
remember the necklace.
Yes. I remember you asked me one day, you said we were talking, you asked me what color I liked. I said, well, I kind of like purple. And then you then you gifted me this beautiful. I mean, every time I wear it, I get so many compliments and they go, where did you buy that? I said, oh, this is custom made.
Just
This is custom made. Yes.
like,
So again, you have those other talents. Are you still making jewelry?
unfortunately, I don't have time, but I'm gonna start doing it soon. Oh my god! Hold on, let me get myself together. I can't believe you did that.
Yes. I love this necklace. This is, I mean, I'm serious. This is one of my favorite pieces.
Great.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Yes, I. That's what I did actually. I was teaching jewelry making
Oh,
um, to senior citizens in one of
okay.
the homes in downtown.
Okay.
I love that one. Yeah, you know what? I guess I should be a teacher from the beginning, from day
Yes.
zero. But that was great. That was, oh my gosh, I had so much fun with them too. And I was teaching from 70-year-olds to 100.
Wow.
Yes, they were doing their necklaces and they were wearing their necklaces so proudly. And
Yes.
we used to have that class once a week, and I did that for 3 years, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a woman of many talents, many talents. So can you tell me a little bit about your international bilingual networking group?
So it is the group that was formed after, well, as a consequence of taking this class, the
Mhm.
exponential marketing. So like I was saying, we meet once a week. Well, different groups meet once a week. Some of them meet twice a week, and we study every chapter of the lessons that we are given, and we apply. Everybody shares their how they apply um, the things that they learn in the class, and they just talk about their businesses and how it's improving, and we give suggestions. Maybe you should do it this way, maybe you can do it this way, and we cheer everybody up. And so it's a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
Okay. So I have the email up here. So if anyone is interested in reaching out to learn more about this group, the email is there where you can um, get more information. So I definitely appreciate that.
So the only thing is that it's only in Spanish.
Only in Spanish. So folks, make sure.
Even if I want to practice Spanish, that's a good way to start. It's free, and you talk to people from all different nationalities, so they can hear different accents.
Yes.
So that's actually that's good if you want to practice. Um,
Yes. And if you want to practice and if you want your business to be global in, multiple countries, that will force you to do what you need to do to learn the language.
And another thing I wanted to say, I don't know if we have enough time, but
Oh, no, we do. We're fine.
okay, perfect. Because I used to do before the COVID. We had the Spanish TV show Punto de Encuentro with FTCC. And so very soon we're gonna start having those shows again, and it stay once a month. So I'm always looking for new guests. They have to be, unfortunately, they have to be very proficient in English to be able to go with the interview. It's a
Right.
20-minute show. So if anybody's interested, that would be great if they can contact me, and so they can talk about their nonprofits. That's the thing. It has to be something that is of help to the Hispanic community, and preferably a nonprofit. Or if you are not a nonprofit but you're doing some kind of service to the community, I can still have you. So you can just give me a call, or actually just send me a message.
Okay. So did you say that's a TV show that's going to start up again?
Yes, it's a TV show that I've been doing for a long time.
Okay. With Fayetteville Technical Community College.
Yes, it's called Punto de Encuentro.
Okay. I'll have to
translate.
Okay, I'll have to get that from you and make sure I have that in the show notes also. But see, I told you, you are so talented, and you're just out there doing so many different things. And I'm just like, I thought I knew you, but I don't know you, because all of these different facets of you are absolutely amazing. And I just commend you for what you're out there doing. And
Thank you.
Just keep doing it. So one of the things I always like to do is to talk about a book. So I try to ask guests if they would recommend a book, and you actually had a book in mind. Can you tell us a little bit about this book?
So it's actually, I have it here in Spanish.
Yes, good.
So it's The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, or in Spanish, Los Secretos de la Mente Millonaria. So I recommend that to anybody. I mean, it's just something that will inspire you to really think of what you do, or how your thoughts affect what you do every day. So basically, the book is about, if you change your attitude or your thoughts, you can change anything. And that's everything starts with a thought, right? So
right. Could you hold the book up again so we could see it?
It's in Spanish.
That's okay.
Secretos de la Mente Millonaria.
Okay. And you know what's interesting, when I was looking over the notes and what you had written for the show tonight, I said, oh, let me look up this book. And I actually found an English version of the book, the whole book, in a PDF online, the whole book. I think it was like 181 pages or something. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So folks, I am going to put that in the show notes, because I just Googled the name of the book and it said there was a PDF, and I'm like, the whole book? And the whole book was, somebody put it up there online. So I'm going to put that in the show notes, so that if you want the English version, you'll just be able to download the pages of it.
And also, I'm sure it's I know it's a audiobook in Spanish.
Oh.
And it's free. And
Okay.
I'm sure that there must be an audiobook in English too.
Yes. So
I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm on my bike. I just listen.
Yes. So I am definitely going to recommend. So Aurora just shared, it also has an audiobook, and she has the Spanish copy. There's an English version. I'm going to put on my Cumberland County Trustee Library hat right now and encourage everyone that is looking for that book. Go to your public library. I know right now we can't go inside, but you can certainly go on the website, see if we have the book. If we don't have it physically here, we can, we're connected to all of the libraries statewide, and it could be sent to your local branch, and you can do curbside pickup. And if it's an audio book, well, then you just reserve it, and they let you know when it's ready. So check there first, give a little bit of love to the Cumberland County Public Library and Information System, because use that as your first stop when you're looking for a new book. So
I appreciate the library too.
Yes. Yes, it would probably definitely be at the library. So while we're talking about books, I'm just going to plug a book that I have. So this is called Becoming the Shero. And I had the opportunity this year, actually during the pandemic. I love what you were saying about all the learning and the stuff you were doing during the pandemic. So I had the opportunity to participate in this project that Dr. Anissa Short was putting together. And she put it out to women that she was looking for women to write a chapter in an anthology around becoming the Shero and entrepreneurship, or your whole how you got into it or how you got to where you are. And at first I wasn't going to do it because I'm like, I'm not a writer and I don't usually talk about myself that much and what have you. But again, moving out of my comfort zone, like I tell my kids to do, I said, let me do that. So this is the result. This baby took us a year because between the pandemic, between technical glitches and all kinds of stuff. So it's an anthology where you have 14 women that actually wrote a chapter about some aspect of their life and their entrepreneurial life. So this goes so much. And we have people in here that are marketing specialists. None that's a bilingual marketing specialist, though. So again, and I'm going to actually put in the show notes if you would like a copy of the book. This is where you can buy it. It's available now on Amazon. But what I'm going to do, so for this week and next week, people that participate in the conversation by commenting, I am going to put your name in a raffle and somebody will get a signed copy of the book and also the accompanying journal that goes with it. So that's this week's conversation and next week's conversation. So Deborah Franklin, because you commented tonight, your name was already in the hat. So thank you so much for that. So Aurora, what advice would you give to a young person that wanted to become a marketing specialist?
Basically, because a lot of people, I think people don't move on in life because they don't believe they can do it.
Okay.
So the main advice would be just believe in themselves, believe they can do it, and always try to do their best. Don't just go halfway. Don't just pass the class. Try to be the best in the class. And just keep going. Don't stop just I mean, don't if it's a lot of people that is going to tell you, oh, why are you studying marketing, you're wasting your time. Or a lot of times, I mean, people have dreams and people around them don't support their dreams. And I would just say, just go for it. Don't let anybody to deter you from what your goals are.
Yeah, I love that. Find and try to surround yourself with people who do support you. I mean, there are always people around that will support you. But I love what you said about, having confidence in yourself and moving forward in something that is of interest to you, because we spend so much time at work. To me, it doesn't make sense to be doing work that you don't love. That to me, that's like counterproductive to be doing that. So I thank you for that. So for anybody that just joined in, we're almost done, but if you just joined in, we are with Aurora Crowell, who is a bilingual marketing specialist. Her primary place of employment is working as the marketing specialist for Fascinate-U Children's Museum here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, but she also has her own businesses as a marketing specialist. So if you're looking for someone to help you with your grow your business, especially if you're looking for someone that is bilingual, I would definitely suggest that you reach out to Aurora for her services. So Aurora, what do you do? I know you said you're always busy, you're always working, and you're just now starting to take time for yourself. But what do you there must be something that you do to kind of just not pamper yourself, but how do you find your peace? How do you keep your sanity in this crazy world right now?
Okay, like you were saying, I surround myself with great friends. So when I want to recharge, I just see my friends. I talk to them, and we get together on Zoom. But we can get. I mean, we can still talk and share
Right.
our experiences on Zoom. So yes, but usually yes, I get together with my friends, and when my friends are busy, I go on my bike. I love to go on my bike. So I do that as much as I can. At least
Okay.
3 times a week, I go on my bike, and I just like to feel the air in my face, and you know.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's so funny you say that because I've had this bike for quite a while now, but I just bought a new seat for it because I kept saying, oh my God, I don't like to ride this bike. The seat is uncomfortable. And I just never bought a new seat. But this year I said, this is crazy. I'm going to do it. So I bought a new seat and bought a new helmet. And it's so nice just to be out there riding. It,
Yes,
it is. It's such a pleasant way. I mean, and you're exercising, parts of your body, but at the same time, you're getting that air. You're outside and looking at trees and the greenery and stuff. And we need to do that.
yes,
We need to do things to keep us sane.
yes, and it's the smells and the feeling of freedom, and just in the bike by yourself. Yeah, I love it.
It
And
is.
I live in a nice neighborhood, so I love the view of my route. So it's really nice.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, Aurora, this has been a wonderful interview. I thank you so much for the great information that you shared with this audience. For those of you that are watching, whether you're watching this live or on replay, please make sure you watch it all and make sure you share it with people so that they can have the opportunity to hear Aurora's story and how, she made a career for herself coming from another country, took the time to learn the language, built up a fantastic business and a great reputation here in Fayetteville, North Carolina for the work that she does. So, folks, like I said, share this out because you will learn some great information that you'll be able to use at whatever age you are. You don't have to be a high school student just coming out of high school or someone that's graduated from college. Everything she has told you, you'll be able to use some of the information in some kind of a way that she just shared with you. So, Aurora, on behalf of my audience that's out there and on behalf of the folks that will see this on the replay, I thank you so much for taking this time to be with us. And I'm just appreciative of all that you shared with us this evening.
Thank you for the opportunity, and I enjoyed this conversation. That was fun. So anytime, let me know.
Okay, thank you so much. So, folks, I will see you next. And Aurora, just to hang on for a minute. Folks, I will see you next week with another college and career conversation. So make sure you excuse me, make sure you tune in. But before I go, I always like to remind you, if you would like to get some college and career news on a monthly basis, please subscribe to the Steps newsletter. This is the URL here to do that, make that subscription, and you will get a monthly edition in your email box. And you can read as much of it or as little of it as you like. I would hope you will read all of it because the information is always good. But again, take care, everyone. We will see you next week for another College and Career Conversations with Dr. B. Have a fantastic evening.